Hello and welcome to another episode of the positional breakdowns for Draftkings Week 1, and today we will be discussing the tight ends, and this one should be a fairly short video. When you are looking at the tight end position, you really want to narrow down the values, the high price guys and the mid-range guys, and I think this video does that in a pretty big specific way. I love the prices for the tight ends in this week. Some weeks the prices for the tight ends are really rough, so we got lucky here for this week 1 pricing. So let's go ahead and break it down. To start it off, we got the tight end tier 8.3K to 6.3K and Travis Kelsey and George Kittle. Now, I really love Travis Kelsey. The facts that will be spoken on in past videos is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns game is the top team total game projected at like 58 or 59 points. And I really want pieces to this game. If you're playing Patrick Mahomes, you got to have some Travis Kelsey on your stacking options. So I'm definitely going to want to play some Travis Kelsey. And then you get to George Kittle, who's playing in a game where 49ers are going to be heavy favorites. But for George Kittle to meet this price tag, he's going to be really touchdown dependent. I don't see him getting a lot of targets, maybe anywhere from like 5 to 6, maybe 7 targets at the most. But he's going to definitely have to score you a touchdown. And with the 49ers being heavy favorites, he's going to have to get you that touchdown in the first half. I don't really see a passing game being very much involved in the second half. So just keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on his ownership when we're getting closer to week 1. And then we move on to the tight end tiers of 4.8 to 4K. I really like Dallas Goddard for week 1 for the same reasons we said before. If you like Jalen Hurts, you're going to want to get some stacking options. And his pass catchers and Dallas Goedert's one of them. I've heard that they got like a really good rapport in training camp. That he's becoming one of Jalen Hurts' favorite targets. So I'll definitely have him in some stacking options with Jalen Hurts and some run back options with the Atlanta stacks as we get into this week 1 slate, along with Logan Thomas at 4,600. I really think he's becoming one of Ryan Fitzpatrick's favorite pass catchers, if not the favorite pass catcher on the Washington football team. Logan Thomas, to me, is going to get some targets here in the short field, especially against this tough Chargers defense. And the way this game flow could script out is possibly Chargers getting out early with a Ryan Fitzpatrick turnover. You're definitely going to see Logan Thomas get involved in the passing game more if they're playing from behind. So that's something that we should think about when we're making rosters with Logan Thomas in them. Then we get to Kyle Pitts, another rookie that I'm not just like super really overjoyed to play. I mean, I understand the reasons behind him being so high owned, and he's probably going to be the cash game tight end going into week 1, unless there's just some crazy value out there that happens. But as of right now, I'm going to play some Kyle Pitts, but I'm not like overly excited to play him like a lot of you are. I would definitely monitor his ownership leading into week 1. He's just not someone I'm just so overly excited to play. I will have him in his stacking options with Matt Ryan, and I will have him in some run back options with Philadelphia. But I just won't be overly hype on him like the rest of you. We move on to Noah Fant. I don't know if he'll be somebody I get to, but I do like his opportunity, especially now, knowing that Teddy Bridgewater is the starting quarterback. You get a more accurate quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater, and someone that does get his tight ends involved. He likes throwing short, and Noah Fant runs short routes. So this is going to be a great opportunity for Fant in week 1 with Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback, and someone I will monitor ownership with. I'm just not too sure if I'll get to a lot of them right now, but that could change in the next 2 weeks. Then we get to Irv Smith. This will be his first year starting for the Minnesota Vikings, and he looks to have a breakout year. Last year, he had Kyle Rudolph taking away a lot of snaps. I see Irv Smith just breaking out this year. Last year, when Kyle Rudolph missed the last 4 games of the regular season, we saw Irv Smith leap up to the tight end 4 in all of fantasy football in those 4 games. So that's just something to keep an eye on. We'll see how involved he really gets, but he's someone I'm excited to play, and I will have him in some Kirk Cousins stacks and some run back options with the Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Burrow stacks. So he's definitely on my radar and someone I'm real excited to play. Along with Robert Tonyan, who's also 4,200. I'm excited to play him as well with some Aaron Rodgers stacks and some run back options against the Saints. He's definitely someone I want to get to. He had 12 touchdowns last year. I expect some of that to be regressed, especially now that they got Randall Cobb on the team, and it's just a new year. But Robert Tonyan, definitely somebody I want to get to in week 1, along with Austin Hooper, who's also 4K. He's definitely going to be a run back option for me in the Kansas City Chiefs stacks, and if I play Baker Mayfield stacks, he'll be a part of those. He's got great opportunity, great short field routes, something that Kevin Stefanski, the head coach of the Browns, really wants to get to. So I can definitely see a version where Austin Hooper could get you there at 4K. Then we move on to the 3.8 to 2.6K range. And this range starts out with Zach Ertz. We like Dallas Goddard. The same reason why we should like Zach Ertz. They should play a lot of 2 tight end sets. Zach Ertz dealt with some injuries last year. He looks to be healthy. We hear some good things out of camp with him. They had an opportunity to trade him before the draft, during free agency, during the offseason, but they haven't done it. So I could definitely see Zach Ertz still being an impact player when it comes to the Philadelphia offense, and he's someone I will involve in Jalen Hurts stacks, along with run back options for the Philadelphia Eagles. Then we move on to Gerald Everett at 34,000 or 3,400. He's someone I really want to keep an eye on in ownership as the next 2 weeks progress, because he's somebody that should get a lot of opportunity. Russell Wilson loves to pepper his tight ends. And at this price, you got to be willing to take a chance on him. The game environment could be a little slower than we would like, but at this price, he's a great gamble and a bet to make to at least get some targets and yardage and maybe even a touchdown. Then we get to Anthony Firkser. He's plays for the Tennessee Titans, and he's definitely going to be a guy I want some Ryan Tannehill stacks. You got to get cheap somewhere in these stacks. You can't play Julio Jones and A.J. Brown in every single stack you got. And Anthony Firkser has proven that he's a great receiving tight end. And I think he'll be involved in this passing game a lot more than he was last year. He's the one-man show in this town or on this team, so I can definitely see a way of me getting to him, and I'll have a lot of him. As we look at the ownership, we'll be more prepared for that. But as of right now, Anthony Firkser is somebody I want in my lineups with Ryan Tannehill and my run back options with the Cardinals. Then we get to Adam Trautman, who we've recently learned is dealing with an injury, something we need to monitor, at leading up to week 1, but at 2,900, I'm willing to take a chance on him if he's on the field, especially now that we learned Jameis Winston is going to be the starting quarterback. We got to feel good about these passing options, and if we're going to stack Jameis Winston, we're going to have to stack Trotman as well. He's a cheap option. Jameis has got some cheap options to stack, and I really like this opportunity, especially when run back options with Green Bay as well. This is going to be something we're going to look at. Keep an eye out on his injury, but he's someone we're definitely interested in. Probably my favorite cheap option for week 1 as of right now. And then I'm not really too excited about this player, but Dan Arnold is somebody else that we can definitely get some roster spots on. Maybe a little in some Carolina stacks and some Carolina run back options. He's 2,600. He looks to be on the field a lot. He looks to be the best pass catching option at tight end on the Carolina Panthers, and Sam Darnold likes to throw to his tight end, so that's a great price point and something I'd be willing to take a chance on. And that pretty much wraps it up for the tight end video. Hope you enjoyed it and got something out of this. If you enjoyed this video, take your time to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, if you feel like I left somebody out, drop the name in the comments and we'll talk about it. But until next time, I'm Jacob Brown. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.